Hey there, Ulti Zeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Gravity Circuit. I keep wanting to call this game Gravity Rush, but I'm pretty certain that's a completely different non-indie game. But it rolls off the tongue a little better. So, anyways, last time we beat the junk stage, and in this episode, we are going to another one. Let's see here. Do we want to go to the highway, or do we want to go to the city center? This seems like a harder stage, so you know what? Let's save it for last. Let's go to the highway. Someone has overtaken our automated supply truck system. I'm sure this is the work of that speedy bit, one of the rebel circuits. If we don't do anything, we risk losing essential resources. And who knows, they might make more Virus Army soldiers with the goods. So, go out there and try rerouting those trucks. Good thing you are faster than any of us, because, well, I would hate to run after the trucks myself. You on this mission? Very well. Alright. Bring it. What familiar gimmicks are going to be used in new and fascinating ways this time? Let's find out together. No, that's something I also want to bring up. I cannot wait to listen to this game's soundtrack after the fact, once I'm, like, done with the game. Because, like, number one, I have a fan on, so it's just hard to hear stuff in general. But number two, like, the songs are really good from what I've heard, but they're also hard to pay attention to, just in general, while I'm playing the game. So, like, to that extent, I just really look forward to, like, being able to listen to the songs after the fact and really, like, get to know them, because, like, I edited only the first episode of this Let's Play so far, but, like, as I did, I just found myself humming along to the music of that stage that was in the, whatever, what was the first stage I did? The one that was kind of, like, the mine? It was funny, because, like, that was still when I was on Steam, and so, like, the game was slightly lagging, so, like, parts of the time the music was slightly lagging as well, and I was, like, I was, like, actively noticing it, and it was just, like, this is, like, there's just an awkward timing thing going on here. And it kind of bugged me. I was just like, man. I'm glad that I'm not playing this on Steam anymore. Oh. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm reminiscing on certain things. That will hurt. That'll hurt you. This definitely feels like a kind of mix of, like, I'm getting a Nitro Man vibe, a Charge Man vibe. Hell, I'm getting like a Storm Eagle vibe. Okay, something just exploded. So now I'm also getting a bit of a Frostman vibe with a jump, jump, slide, slide mechanic. Perhaps, mayhaps, I don't know. Okay, so it's just kind of like a signal that, like, there's going to be a thing in the way. And I think destroying one of those... Hey. I think destroying one of, like, the health pickup chests was, like, a good call for, like, introducing that in a nice tutorialized way. So, overall, I approve. Yeah, this is a jump, slide, slide thing. It's also, like, it's not just that, like, and I'm not even trying to claim this, like, as a sort of, like, a ripoff, like, it's just, it's very clear that, like, there's such Mega Man inspiration here. And it feels so good as a Mega Man fan. Oh, I got all my energy things. Excellent. As a Mega Man fan, it's just like, this is a completely different game and experience. Like, it doesn't feel like Mega Man to actually play. Like, it's more hands-on, etc. Like, even if the level design is similar and it's using similar gimmicks, like, and like the structure of the game is very similar, of course. But like, I compare it to Mega Man out of love, especially because like of how it's improving on Mega Man in pretty much almost every time I like look at it. Like, while I do think I would probably say like I prefer the general gameplay loop of like Mega Man for not being so hands-on. In this particular way. It's not as hands-on with, like, the character combat. I do kind of prefer, like, the jumpy shoot elements of just Mega Man in general. But, like, it's still just such a fun game that wears its inspiration on its sleeve. But, like, unlike a game like Bug Fables, where, like, how much it was like Paper Mario really bothered me. It was because, like, it felt like it was taking too much from Paper Mario in ways that it didn't need to, per se. Things like the art style, the general, like, direction of everything. A lot of it all just felt so unnecessary and, like, as a marketing strategy. Like, oh, we gotta get people to be aware of our Paper Mario-like game, so let's just make it as much like Paper Mario as we possibly can. And, like, it worked out for them. I can't even say it was necessarily the wrong decision. It just means that, like, in retrospect, after the fact, it's just like, yep, you sure are a game that is trying to be Paper Mario, huh? Okay, you go this way. Oh! Okay. I found that, I was like, I wanna see where it's gonna lead me first, and it turns out that it leads you down that other pathway. The pathway I already went down and cleared without it, so that's neato mosquito. Okay, I thought I might be able to duck. You know, duck, duck, jump, jump. Okay, let's not run, actually. This also might kill me. Alright. I did die, but to something else. Also, wow, this is a long map without any checkpoints. Unless I just missed a checkpoint, but I'm pretty certain you don't. But yeah, like, the reason why this feels so good is, like, it's still its own unique thing as well. Like, it's got its own gimmicks that it's playing up to as much as it can with, like, the hookshot and stuff. Like, everything is designed around that. Everything is designed around, like, the way you play. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a Mega Man game. It feels like I'm playing a game inspired by Mega Man. And so when I see all the Mega Man stuff that it is taking, but utilizing in new ways, it's not just recreating stuff too. It's like it's combining gimmicks from completely different stages and utilizing them in different ways. Like, when I recognize what something's from, it's not like, oh, this is a downside, oh, this is a problem. It's more like, oh, this is cool, it's using this familiar locale or concept, but now in doing so in such a way that, like, makes it just genuinely feel fresh and cool and fun, and I just like it a lot. This is a really good game, is my point. Like, at least so far. Like, there is one thing that I'll say when it comes to all, like, this praise that I'm giving this game. There's one thing that I will say, and that's, I don't know how the end of the game's gonna fare. That sort of thing, for me, will matter a lot. Especially because that is, once again, another place where Mega Man often falters. Oh, we keep our momentum. That makes those jumps way easier and better to perform, actually. You keep your momentum if you jump on it. Oh, of course I died right before a checkpoint. That, you know, that's a me thing to do. Ooh, another mini-boss. This one just feels like it's straight out of Mega Man X. Haha. Ow. Again, not a bad thing. The other thing is, this is a 2D platformer that's retro aesthetic. There's only so much you can fucking do with those games. Just being quite frank, they've been one of the longest running game types. Just flat out. So like, to that extent, it's just like, yeah, like, I genuinely don't know exactly what they would even do, necessarily, to make this feel like it's using absolutely nothing. If you're gonna make a game like this, you might as well learn from the best. You might as well learn from what came before, and use what works. There's no need to necessarily completely reinvent the wheel. Going back to Bug Fables for a second, another part of the reason why that game disappointed me in some ways was because it already came up with, like, the exact perfect way to, like, make itself feel fresh and new. Instead of being Paper Mario with, like, you know, one main character and a partner that you can swap out, instead it had 3 characters that you could play as at any point. And, like, that already made the gameplay feel way different. Uh-oh. That already made the gameplay feel way different, and was a very specifically Bug Fables thing that I feel like it already had, like, the perfect, like, separation from Paper Mario. It didn't need... Okay, this is an actually challenging jump to make. So I'm just gonna try and stop talking about Bug Fables. Okay. I think the thing that helps is remembering that I have a double jump that I'm not supposed to necessarily always have, because it's an optional power-up. So, trying to treat this like, oh, what if I just, you know, pretend that I don't have the double jump. I think that helps a little bit. Oh, you know, I just realized. This is kind of Yellow Devil-like. But also, it makes me wonder if there's going to be an actual more proper Yellow Devil analog in this game. 64 minus 8 is 56, correct? Yes. So I'm missing 2 guys. It would really... honestly, that's a little minor criticism. It would be nice if I just had a per level rescuey thing to look at. Oh, another one of these guys. Oh, no wonder why it was so easy to kill. There isn't a blind spot, but it is dead. It also doesn't hurt you if it lands on you. Good to know. I'm still gonna keep, like, reeling about this, like, whole, like, hookshot thing that you can do with stuff, because, like, it is such a fun, unique gimmick to this game. Chuck 'em! And it's just like, I love that the game, like, just leans so heavily in on it. Like, everything can be picked up, everything can be chucked like that. It's just... it's awesome. It's such a this game thing. Glad I kept exploring. I think my favorite part about the chucking enemies, though, is that, like, I genuinely discovered it completely on my own. Like, it really felt like just a genuine, like, discovery. Which just made it all that more joyful. Yeah, I've got all the guys now, so I just need to get to the end. One more of you, alright. Or, nope. Guess it's boss time, everybody. That was an awesome stage, though. I really liked it. It was also so horizontal, but it really worked for the stage. Like, there was still a little bit of verticality. That was a fun... These stages, these games, is just so fun. I'm really loving it. Everything about this game so far, I just really love. And the only thing that makes me wondering about this game is, like, whatever's going to be, like, the Wily Castle analog of this. Because that's where Mega Man usually falters, so I'm wondering if this game's going to, like, pick up the slack. Think you can trace your steps back if you catch my drift? No, I can't do that. I'm taking these trucks with me whether you like it or not. Unless, of course, you show me your moves. Listen, Bit. We don't have time to do this. You're not Captain Falcon. I ain't gonna throw away this opportunity to spar with you. My tires are already pumping, you better not disappoint me. Alright, I kinda wish I had healed up before this, because I didn't think this was gonna be the... Ow! Okay. Okay. I pressed the wrong bumper thing. I was trying to hit the trigger, and then when I hit a thing, I was like, wait, what? And then I just kind of got confused and ran right into him. Oops. Alright, well, let's try that again. So now I understand that he moved very fast. He makes different hand gestures. When he raises his hand, like that, he does those. When he raises his fist, I get it. So he's basically just a guy like, watch his animations. I like the way that, like, once you get a boss down to half health, like, they gain a new special attack, and then they also get, like, a little more hectic in their patterns, but their patterns are still the same, it's just that the moves are slightly more advanced. I really like the boss design in this game. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Those are some slick moves, yeah? Oh, don't give me that look. It makes me feel uncool. That was a cool boss fight, especially because, like, he seemed incredibly hectic at first, but as soon as I noticed that, like, oh, it depends on what animation he does, and that shows you what move he's about to do. It rewards paying attention, which is, like, basic Mega Man boss design. Paying attention makes it easier to do a fight. Like, it's good. It's good. This game is good. I can't sing its praises enough so far. It just makes me happy to play this game and have it be so successful at, like, recreating exactly what I would want out of an indie Mega Man-like game like this. Out of just a Mega Man game, basically. It doesn't even need to be indie. I don't need to, like, give it, like, that weird, almost asterisk-y element. Like, this is just a good video game. Not that indie game is necessarily demeaning, it's more so like a... I think some people use it demeaningly. I don't. I play plenty of indie games, and I enjoy plenty of indie games, and some of my favorite games of all time are indie games. Ori and the Blind Forest and Will of the Wisp are amazing, even if apparently Moon Studios is not. That was a rough thing to find out about, but whatever. Point is, Gravity Circuit is awesome. That's my point. Slide trucks are also back on their original routes. That's another good point. Now I don't have to worry about running after them on foot. Let me know when you're ready to tackle the last mission. Alright, let's see what you have to say about Mr. Speedy Boy. Bit. Isn't that the name of somebody from Mega Man X2? One of the guys? Maybe X3, I don't know. Whatever, that was a much cooler Bit. Bit was always a competitive type. Challenging others. Unfortunately for him, being as fast as he was, there really weren't many that could match his speeds. Perhaps because of this, he always urged others to try better, almost as though he desired to have a rival to race with, no matter how unlikely that might have been. And you have form an invisible dash in the held direction, form a series of low damaging slashes that hit enemies on screen. So that's a screen nuke. I don't love the sound of that, but I will get this. I should also go after, I'm not using the sport platform at all, so where is the... Yeah, there we go. I like the uppercut and punch, though. Honestly, for being the basic thing, the Flying Strike is just such a really good, easy to understand and utilize maneuver. I'm gonna try changing that, just to see if I take less damage, if that helps things. Okay. Let's see who's new in here. Oh, these guys. In here. Hello. Kid says, "Hi, Kai. Nice to meet you again, my friend. I don't know if you remember me, but you, Bit, and I used to play some ball together every once in a while. Even if the other circuits chastised us for it. Stop slacking off," they said repeatedly. Trace, in particular, used to be on our case all the time. Maybe she was just teasing us. Who knows? She and Bit seem to be pretty close, after all. I wish things could be simple as they were back then. I do hope that the end of the game lets us, like, restore everybody to their former glory. I hope they're not completely destroyed. Alright, well, anyways... I don't know, last time, I think that was only about 30 minutes or so, but either way, I will take it. Next time on Let's Play Gravity Circuit, we're gonna have our last battle, and we'll find out what the twist of is this game. If it's this guy who's evil, if it's Colonel who's evil, or if it's somebody else, a third unwilling party that I didn't even know about. Maybe I'm evil.